So, as many of you are probably aware, I've been in Europe for the last few weeks, and I tried to keep this channel going. I pre-recorded a bunch of videos to have it released while I was gone, so you guys wouldn't feel completely lonely and left out when you didn't wake up and see a new Nick Sibicky Go lecture video. But anyway, I am back now in the United States, and I'm very, very excited. My trip was absolutely fantastic, and I loved it, and I met so many great Go players all in Europe. I apologize if I didn't get to meet with you. I know I left a whole bunch of people hanging in London, but I was only there for 2 days, it turns out, so I was much shorter than I initially planned because I had, quite frankly, had too much fun on the continent and sort of stayed a little bit too long in places like Belgium and Germany. But anyway, I am back, and I want to tell you a little bit about my trip because, number one, it was amazing. And two, it's kind of a little bit of a thank you to all the people who I met and hosted me, and would take me to their Go Club and all that sort of stuff. So anyway, my trip really started for a couple of reasons. Number one, I was helping to promote my board game King's Forge at Essen Spiel this year, and you can see a table list going on at Essen here in the background. And in addition to the release of the newest expansion, why aren't my keys working? There we go. Keys are now working. Called Apprentices. We also had the second edition being launched there, as well as a digital version actually for demo as well. So soon you'll be able to play King's Forge digitally, like over your computer with other people, which I'm really, really excited about. For those of you who have no idea, it's a Euro-style tabletop board game with a really heavy dose of push your luck. It comes with a lot of dice. But anyway, that's King's Forge. That was one of the main reasons why I started this whole trip. But really tried to turn it into as much of just like a fun-loving, kind of happy-go-lucky, let's explore Europe kind of trip as much as possible. Which meant I got to roam the country, and many of you guys, sent me messages and said, hey, let's meet up in this city, or let's go to meet at this Go Club. And I was able to meet with a number of you. Here's my new friend Amit in Bonn in Germany, the Essen Go Club. This is so in the town where Essen Spiel is, that big board gaming convention. They had a really wonderful Go Club, and they met at this bar/restaurant that was really accommodating. And I think we had probably maybe 15 plus people there, which is a great turnout for a little tiny, city in Germany. Got to meet a lot of new friends. I actually got to play a simul there, a 4-game simul against 4 of them, and I won all 4 games, although we didn't take completely proper handicaps with all of them, so I don't feel too good about that. But hey, I still won a 4-game simul, so I'm excited for me. And then at Essenspiel, there was a contingent from Hamburg, with a bunch of locals as well, I guess, that came and set up a big, giant Go booth. And I got to play Go basically every day at Essen. At the Spiel itself, I would wander the halls and check out the newest board games and promote my own game. And then when I needed a little break, I'd sort of sneak over to the Go booth and play some games against, the German Go people, I guess. There's Tobias. He's from Hamburg. He's also the editor of the German Go publication. I forget what it's called. Again, here's my new friend Joppe in Amsterdam. And again, he just sent me a message to say, hey, if you're in Amsterdam, come to town. While I was in Amsterdam, I did stop at a pretty awesome game store, Het Paard, or Paard. I have no idea how to pronounce it in Dutch. But I did find a really nice set of Go stones, size 35, highest quality grade Japanese shell. Which the one problem is that they can turn yellow over time, though we'll see, it does take years. But just absolutely beautiful, and I decided to pick these up. Here's the store here. You can buy more of these on the internet. I forgot the name of their actual Go website, but Het Paard is their retail shop right there. I'll try to post a corrective link or something in the description if people want to go and look at their Go stones. But the stones are absolutely beautiful quality, and I'm really excited. I did get them shipped, and they haven't come back to my home in the US yet, but should be sometime this week. So I'm super excited to play Go on just probably most amazing Go set I'll ever own, quite honestly. They did have a nice collection of books there as well, and that's important. I'm very happy to go to other countries and see nice collections of Go books. That's really cool. Most Go clubs, at least it seems to me, at least the ones I went to in Europe, basically met in bars. And this was kind of a foreign concept to me as an American Go player. Most of our Go clubs, we have a lot that meet in things like cafes and coffee shops. But again, in Europe, it's bars. At least that seemed to be the consensus. So here's the Amsterdam Go Club, and we actually had quite a few people there. It was a tournament night as well. So I had like a teaching table, which is the table right here behind me. So I'm sort of teaching all these people. I'm actually having them rotate their seats every about 5 to 10 minutes, and switch colors and switch games, and it was a lot of fun. Guo Juan came out, 5-dan professional, very, very famous teacher, as well as being a famous Go professional. She lives in Amsterdam, so it was not too hard for her to come out as well, but she came by to say hi, so I was very honored. This is my new friend Albrecht in Antwerp. I just crashed the Antwerp Go Club. I didn't even tell them I was going, but they were all just super excited to meet me and see me, and I played a 3-game simul here, and I think I won. Yeah, I won all 3 of these games as well. Again, didn't quite take full handicaps, usually, within 1 or 2 stones of what would be proper. But the Belgians were great because, once I met them, a bunch of them offered me to hang out with me the following day, and I'll go to dinner. And the day after, a bunch of us went to Brussels and went to the Brussels Go Club together. So it was really, we just had like a really nice little community I was just welcomed into immediately. And here's Thomas, the Belgian national champion at the Belgian Go Club, again at a bar. I drank a lot of beer that night, of many different Belgian varieties. I can't remember most of them, though I did take a few pictures, so that will help me remember later. But again, just hanging out, playing Go, drinking some Belgian beers. Here's Olivier. I played a really crazy game with him, just crazy, as you can sort of see from this formation over here. This is very strange looking. But again, like I was saying, I was just welcomed into these communities, and as a foreigner traveling abroad, it's really I can't explain like how good it feels or how heartwarming it makes me when I go to a place, or if I go to a brand new place and I don't know anybody and it's kind of scary and I'm just trying to figure my way around, and all of a sudden there's someone who has heard of me or is a Go player like me. And even if they haven't seen my videos or don't speak English for that matter, they have just opened their hearts and their themselves. And I feel like I now have friends all over the world that I didn't have before, which is amazing. And certainly, whenever I think of foreigners now coming to the United States, I really do want to go out of my way to help them and make sure that they are welcomed as much as I felt in Europe. Because it's really, if we're going to a whole new place, it really is kind of a scary, exciting experience that, is, just a little bit of friendship, I guess, goes a really long way. So, all these people, I want to thank them so much. We really hung out for quite a long time and had a lot of really good laughs and a lot of good games. And again, especially the stuff when we weren't playing Go and we just go to dinner. For a foreigner, that means so much, going into a place where you don't know anybody. And, I just want to encourage you all to do the same. If there's somebody who is new to an area or new to town or is just traveling through, and especially if they play Go, go out of your way and help them out, make a new friend. It's really not that hard, especially when you already have a common interest. This is my friend Brady. Brady I've known many years now from the US Go Congress, but here he is in London. His girlfriend lives in London, so he's there rather frequently. And you might know him. He has his own little YouTube series called Brady's Blunders that is quite nice, actually, and he has quite a few episodes at this point. Do check it out. I did get to record a little mini episode with him while I was there. Again, they're all mini episodes because they're kind of short, but I'll be uploading that video at the same time as this one. But anyway, check out his videos. Here we are playing a game. I do beat him in this game, but it was we both made some mistakes. And man, there was one blunder move that this stone right here, if I just look at that stone, it just makes me feel so much in pain. So painful. I just played like a passing kind of move that did nothing. But anyway, we had a really nice game. I did get to see a lot of touristy stuff. I know I'm showing you mostly Go videos, but I did a lot of general tourism as well on this trip, in addition to doing Essen Spiel in Germany. And I also kind of went and did a little bit. I wanted to do some more musical tourism as well. So I get to see a lot of famous concert halls and cathedrals and musical historical sites along my way too. So I did do that. Here's the London Go Club. I was playing a game against Michael, and then here's a couple of guys hanging out. I think there were only maybe 8 people there that night. So not the biggest club, but we had a really great time. This was actually not in a bar, so that was very exciting. We still had beer, but it was not in a bar. So this is, I think, the first Go Club I went to my whole European trip that wasn't. Actually, this was in a was it a basement? Not really the basement, but just some sort of like annex inside a church in North London. So it was great. Anyway, I do have to apologize to all the other London people who emailed me, and my time just got too eaten up. I know there were like, I don't know, 5 or 6 other people who sent me messages and were like, hey, if you have a time, just come to my office and we'll get a pint and then we'll go play a game. And it just didn't work. I spent too much time having fun in other countries, and I really wanted to get to Iceland. Here's my new friend Frank from Iceland, and playing at the Reykjavik Go Club. They actually didn't meet in a bar either, but they did meet in a gaming cafe. So anyway, really nice place, nice group of guys. I loved Iceland, especially. And you can see, actually, I did the math on this. As far as Seattle, where I am, to Iceland, it's almost the same flight distance, or at least flight time, from New York to Paris, which is pretty hard to believe, because you think Seattle is so far, like on the other side of the United States, like, it's normally a 5.5-hour flight or so to get from Seattle to New York. But when you go to a place like Iceland, you're actually really going on top of the world. So you kind of take a shortcut, like, over the north of Canada, which is kind of crazy. So anyway, again, thank you for just watching the slideshow. This is completely, just what's the word I'm looking for? The phrase, I don't know. Just I'm just self-indulgent, I guess, is the phrase, showing you a bunch of pictures from my own journey. But I really did have a fantastic time, and I do want to thank everyone who I met, and all the Go players were just so nice and incredible. And I really want to encourage you to reach out to people, especially other Go players, especially if they're not from around where you are, because it just made my trip and travel so fun and so entertaining and so worth it. I'm glad to be back in Seattle, but I already missed my journey. So again, thank you, the world.